so far in this league.
Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
I had a chance to talk with the head coach, Ime Udoka. He told me that Şengün won't be easy to contain. He pointed to his passing ability and said they can run their offense through him whether he's in the post or at the top of the key. He added his scoring and he presents a unique challenge. Kevin?
Okay, David, thanks. Houston shooting their first shots from the stripe in this game.
2 shots.
Folks, the coach's challenge has been initiated for a personal foul. Close game like this, and he thought it wasn't a good call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving at, and how fast the action really is, and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
Hey, Greg, where do you think the Rockets are the strongest in their play?
I'd say on the glass. They generally do a good job crashing the boards and going for loose balls. They really value every possession.
And with most of the season in the books, the power rankings have really taken shape. Taking a look at Boston, they're gaining on some of the teams above them, trying hard to crack into that top 5.
Well, right now for New Orleans,
They've gotten into a bit of a rut. The season hasn't gone as they had hoped. You just get the feeling that they're somewhat discouraged right now, and that has them with an inability to break through.
Timeout called here. The Pelicans decide to talk it over. They couldn't put the pieces together, losing the last matchup with the Lakers.
Hey, they had their opportunities, but let's face it, they choked from the line. Hard to win that way on the road.
Yeah, missing from the line became contagious. That happens. They just picked the worst time to do it.
Now here's Murray. Williamson right side. Here is Slim. New Orleans needs to get off a shot. Murray, no good. And it's Thompson with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Houston Rockets. Here's Şengün. Got a piece of it. And a fast break now for the Pelicans. Slim, no good.
And he's still scoreless in the quarter. They might need to go to a plan B to help him get his confidence.
Here's Thompson. Pass to Eason. Intercepted. And a fast break now for the Pelicans. Here's Williamson. He's now 1 for 2 with that bucket.
Great teamwork, punctuated by a strong finish.
Yeah, that's nice execution, running with purpose and creating an easy scoring opportunity off the break.
There's the feed to Green. No good with the layup.
and you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there.
Murray, no good.
And the activity he shows around the rim is why he is such a respected defender.
Yeah, you can see why he's established that reputation. Strong understanding of how to defend at the rim.
And here are the Rockets now, following the miss by DeJounte Murray. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And it's Green missing.
Okay, let's just say it. This has been an ugly quarter for him. Not quite a break of mirror ugly, but it's getting there.
Some nice passing here by New Orleans. The pass to Murray. Here is Slim. Back to Murray from the arc. Drains it from beyond the arc.
Murray works extremely hard on his game and has put in a lot of time trying to become one of the more consistent players from long range.
3 seconds separate the shot clock and game clock. Here's Green, and Green slams it in.
Oh, big finish, emphatic.
He hangs on the rim just for good measure. is Slim, headed by Green. Buried from outside. But I don't know. I think we may see a review here. That was pretty close. And it looks like they are going to review the play. The question, did he get the basket off in time?
And the footage relayed to the officials from the replay center in Secaucus, I think he got it off in time. The replay leaving little doubt.
They're going to switch the call. There is no doubt, looking at the replay, that he got it off in time.
Well, it's good they decided to take another look at it. I know some folks don't like how replay slows the game down and interrupts the flow, but when you have it there, you got to use it.
A good, close contest so far as we finish the first quarter. New Orleans on top. They lead by a bucket. And back with the start of the second quarter in just a moment. And close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out in the second quarter. And before we move on, so guys, it's Zion Williamson making things.
With the score, your Pelicans 36, the Rockets 35.
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple of quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. You look at Jalen Green, he's really been playing well.
Man, he's been running wild on him through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
If they don't change their approach in the second half, let's just say his success will continue.
They've got Zion Williamson. Slim is out there with Murray. Then there's Trey Murphy. And it's Misi in at the center, filling out the middle. And that's the group in there for Ime Udoka as we begin the second half. And a big part of perimeter defense, Greg, avoiding screens. Some of the tricks of the trade in that regard.
Well, sometimes you have to get skinny. I mean, other times it's using your strength. A lot goes into it. Also, getting a cadence for the screener. It's one of the more challenging aspects of NBA defense.
And while we've got a moment, let's send it over to our terrific reporter, David Aldridge. David?
Well, guys, Slim in the last outing against the Lakers played exceptionally well. He had 9 points and a couple of boards as well. He performed really well. I could see his role expanding if he continues to make that kind of impact, Kevin.
All right, David, thanks. The aggressiveness, Greg, he showed the other night. We'll see if he can match that intensity here.
I'm a believer. I think he can produce at the same level tonight.
I don't know. After you put up numbers like that, I think the defense starts paying a little bit more attention to you, so it might be difficult.
Green passes to Thompson. Lobbed up there for Şengün. Up high to stuff the alley-oop.
Şengün with the athleticism. I see you, big fella.
New Orleans in the lead. And RJ, even without a consistent jumper, Amen Thompson has proven to be a productive player.
And that jumper should develop over time. But he does everything else at a high level. He's extremely versatile, especially on that defensive end, Kevin.
Here is Slim. He's averaging just around 8.5 points a game. Murray, no good.
And you could tell he thought he had a little more space, but the defender was right there.
Did a great job closing the gap, making the shooter feel uncomfortable.
Shots good by Green.
His first triple of the second half. Can he get it going?
Williamson against Eason. Williamson, the pass to Slim. Drives to the hoop. Williamson outside. Passes to Slim. Murray for three. And again, New Orleans has no luck. Houston in the lead. Over in the corner, Green. 11 feet away. That misses off the backboard. And so it's Murray who brings the ball up for the New Orleans Pelicans. Williamson. Rockets with the rebound. Eason's got his 6th rebound on the night. Brooks kicks to Thompson. Here's Green. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson. And it's a 4-point Rocket lead.
This is how special Green can be at times. When he's hot, he can be an incredible scorer.
Timeout called here. The Pelicans decide to talk it over.
Trying to find some answers offensively.
Yeah, they need to regroup and maybe try and draw something up that can get them a clean look at the basket.
And New Orleans going with a whole new group. Rockets leading by 3. 4th quarter on the court for the Rockets. The post pair form, it'll be Smith and Şengün. Green is out there with Brooks, and it's Thompson in at the 3.
And you like to see this from Brooks, right? No need to fall in love with the jump shot. Give the defense different looks. And boy, have they been hitting the backboard in this game or what? Kind of surprising it's such a tight game.
Murray with the defensive effort. And for the Pelicans, they're shooting at 36%. They really seem out of sync offensively. Here's Slim. Off the mark there with the 3-point shot.
Oof, this has been brutal. I mean, he still hasn't made a single shot. No wonder they're struggling.
From deep, Green. And they get it back. Back to Brooks. And stolen by Murray. About a minute played here in the 4th quarter. Here's Slim. Collins trying to break free. And his offensive struggles continue. To the middle. Here's Smith. Pelicans with the rebound.
And they're up right now, but it hasn't been because of him. He's really struggled on offense.
Pass to Slim. Shot from the wing. Green with the rebound.
And there have been some terrible shot choices here, Kev. That's not a good look at all.
And with his movement skills, Thompson routinely catches defenders out of position.
And a chance for just a second to check out the scoring breakdown for Houston.
Look, they're getting good looks inside. It's been a point of emphasis all night long, but I love this hard-nosed attitude of this team.
And I'll tell you, the energy they've shown in the open floor, boy, it has been terrific. Doing a phenomenal job converting in those situations.
Tari Eason's checked in for the Rockets. Pelicans trail by 7. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively, for sure.
Murray gets to Collins. New Orleans moving the ball around. 6 to shoot. Here's Murray. Collins, good. Collins has got his first 2 points of the night.
And let the big man eat. It's clear that Collins loves getting these kinds of scoring opportunities.
There's Green with the 3. And the rebound goes to the Pelicans. Williamson's got his 6th rebound on the night.
And they've had the advantage tonight on the glass, and that's another big one.
Ball's knocked loose. Outside, Green. Inside. And Şengün with the basket on the assist by Green. Şengün's got the lead up to 7 now for Houston. Now a timeout called by New Orleans.
Well, it's been an express lane to the rim. Coach can't be happy about that.
Yeah, we can see over here. The coach, he has some choice words for his team. Words we cannot repeat.
And now a moment to present the New Balance Player of the Game, Jalen Green.
He deserves a lot of credit, but the D they played on him deserves a little bit of the blame as well. Even when he got hot, they didn't do enough, I don't think, to try and cool him off. And they've been passive when they've needed to be aggressive. And boy, did he make them pay.
He's really seemed to feed off the hostile environment he's been faced with tonight.
At the line for the Rockets, Jalen Green. At the line for 1.
very good from here. Green over 80% from the line.
Trey Murphy's checked in for the Pelicans.
Trey Murphy.
From deep, Green bangs home the trifecta.
Jalen Green.
Green's got 16 points here in the second half.
The man has no heart, and that's poor defense for a team that has a long way to catch up.
Effort like this makes you wonder if they've already packed it in for the game, ready to go on to the next. You got to at least show a little heart out here.
From past the arc. Pelicans with the rebound. Here is Slim. Well, if you're just tuning in, welcome. We've got about 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth quarter. It's up a three. Eason grabs the board. Eason's got rebound number 7 for him tonight.
Great recognition of the mismatch, abusing the smaller defender. Porter out.
Green with the ball. Shoots the three. Another miss by Houston.
And as long as he keeps missing from deep, the D will keep letting him fire away. He's just off from range right now.
Here is Slim, guarded by Green. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. That's on Jalen Green.
I'll tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
Zion Williamson's checked in for Collins. So he comes up empty, missing both. Tipped away.
And not sure they've got enough time to save themselves.
And if I were them, I'd start thinking about where I'm going to get food after the game because this one looks a bit out of reach.
They kick it out to Green. Off on the layup.
And since halftime, he has just been ice cold. Just can't seem to get anything to go his way.
Murray. The layup missed. And so here is Houston. They've led by as many as 11 points.
Personal foul. Third team foul.
30 seconds left in the fourth. And they go to the intentional foul.
Misi. Second personal foul.
First free throw is good, and that makes it a 7-point lead.
Look, Green is one of those players that always finds a way to create something offensively that gets his team good looks.
Fate looking very thin now, Greg, with very few ticks of the clock remaining.
They'll need something special to happen, and it needs to happen fast.
You're giving up a bit of height there. You could expect to get burned from downtown when you do this.
And so they foul intentionally.
Third personal foul. 15.
So the first one drops, and that increases their lead to 6.
Jalen Green.
So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 7-point game.
And he adds to their lead with some very solid free throws.
Now a timeout called by New Orleans. They're trailing by 7. 20 seconds left in the fourth quarter. What do you think, guys?
Trying to keep hope alive, but I don't see them making a comeback.
With timeouts, it's use them or lose them. So why not go down fighting?
Substitution on the court.
So we see the Rockets get the win here. They came in here and took care of business like they were the home team.
And Kevin, how about the mental toughness that this group showed? They were never rattled at all by the opposing fans.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. Richard Jefferson, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge. This is Kevin Harlan thanking you for watching tonight's game.